During Friday's installment of Good Morning Britain, hosts Shephard and Charlotte Hawkins spoke to Betty Brown. The former sub-postmistress is believed to be the oldest victim of the scandal at 91 years of age. Host Charlotte Hawkins questioned, "Will anything make up for what you've been through? Any amount of money? From what you're saying, it had such a devastating impact on your life, on your husband's life." Furious, she replied, "Do you know, they can keep the money. They can stuff it. I would rather have my husband here. They have deprived us of our lives." Adding to the conversation, Shephard wanted to know what justice looked like for Betty and how she'd like those responsible held to account. The former sub-postmistress told the host she'd like for them to see what she's gone through. She added, "Since the year 2000 to now, it's 23 years, and I would like to see them stripped of all the big bonuses that they took. All the large salaries they took, all the fancy £2 million homes they've got, and give them to some postmasters." Betty questioned what the bosses have done with the money given by the sub-postmasters as she continued to blast them. The guest said, "They've run an organization into the ground. They've done nothing for the post office." During the discussion, Betty revealed the post office knew she wasn't stealing the funds which seemed to have disappeared, although were unable to figure out where the money was going. She reeled, "When they knew that, they had a responsibility to start there and find out why this was happening, instead of hounding me and telling me, 'You're the only one and you're the worst office in the UK.'" After hearing Betty's strong thoughts regarding the scandal, ITV viewers were quick to praise her. At Janeman90605097 said, "Ah, Betty, you are a legend. I was in tears listening to your story. You're right. No amount of money can make up for what you've been through. The post office and Fujitsu should be ashamed, but doesn't seem like any of them have it in them." At Naomi Inson tweeted, "Betty Brown for Prime Minister." At John Amarant praised the victim by commenting, "What a force of nature, what a lady Betty is. I was crying for her, bless her." At Nelisaivad added, "OMG, more and more heartbreaking stories from these poor postmasters and postmistresses is still unbelievable. I had tears listening to Betty for all her pain and losing her husband, but over the moon for what she would love to do to them. Go girl Betty, beautiful lady." At Van Ramsey 1 said, "As Betty said, this is a disgrace to our country. Made my blood boil listening to her story. Betty, you're an amazing lady telling your story. Brought tears to my eyes what they did to you and how they spoke to you. They should all be locked up." With at Lance Funky Hat adding, "I would love to see Betty get some justice. Her life has been shattered by greedy business people, and that is completely unfair and wrong. We're behind you, Betty, and the rest of the sub-postmasters who've gone through this terrible ordeal. Justice for all." Good Morning Britain continues weekdays on ITV from 6 a.m.